First down. Toussaint gets the call. And he runs into a host of tacklers for Tyler Lee. So number 5, the cornerback coming up, Cortland Browning in on the stop, as is 35, John Paul Camp. He's a senior, only 5'9". They say he is the heart and soul, probably the best defensive player on that football team.
Well, this is a guy that has to play big tonight because a lot of play action, a lot of multiple motion, people moving from right to left. You have to have your nose on the football. You have to know where it is at all times, and Camp's going to have to come up with some big plays.
Camp with 97 tackles last year. Lahi Kautai, back at quarterback, play action, keeps it, and he is hit hard at the 45. Cole and Julius Kautai up front. A lot of experience, 3 starters returning. And they give it to Williams. Out of the shotgun this time. Kautai cuts it up, and he stopped at about the 33.
It looked like John Paul Camp out of the middle of that Red Raider defense comes up with a big play on third down.
Ball hawk. Very, very good football player. Lahi Kautai, very elusive. We said he was the escape artist. He is hit, and he is hit hard at about the 45-yard line, but this time they keep it on the ground, and the starter, Tevin Williams, is back on the field. Penalty
to the right with Humber lined up there. And on a rollout, little throw into the flat to the 30 and dropped, but covered by JT. No, it's still loose, and the Lions may have lost possession.
Yeah, that's a fumble. Yep. Absolutely, the catch.
Much offense, 1 turnover from the 26. Here comes a sweep to the near side for the Lions and turn the ball upfield near the 30-yard line for a 4-yard gain right to left. Far hash, double slot. Maybe a busted play. No, Bush is keeping it near side and takes it down to the 35. He looked back, Kevin.
It was a busted.
White road uniforms with blue helmets and numerals, and here comes the handoff to Henry trying to get to the outside. Stacked up by a bunch of Robert E. Lee Red Raiders at midfield, and they drive him back after a 1-yard gain. Led down there by, among others, John Paul Camp for Robert E. Lee. Backfield by Bush with Ward going in motion. Fake the handoff. This time the ball's on the ground. He tried to pitch it to Ward at the linebacker off the line of scrimmage this time. And a play action, a little screen pass inside to Hackett, who turned one of those into a 57-yard run. David, snap, will keep it himself. He is hit in the backfield and stumbles down. John Paul Camp and Chris Cook team up from the near hash, going left to right. Handoff to LaPlante, and he is upended at the line of scrimmage. John Paul Camp is there. 4.5. They put a man in motion and fake the handoff, and here's the zone read, and Camp stops the quarterback short of the first down at the 28-yard line. LaPlante stands next to the quarterback. They fake, they hand the ball off to LaPlante. He's hit by John Paul again at the 6-yard line. They're knocking at the door. Shotgun, snap, handoff. LaPlante goes over the right side. Did he get in? Stopped short. Red Raiders on pile, and he did not get in there. Well done that time by the interior of their line. Austin Campbell's there, Josh Williams, Bryce Brawley, John Paul Camp, all teaming up. It'll be 2nd and goal at about the half-yard line. With an empty backfield at the 1-yard line, and he's going to keep it himself, and they stop him short of the goal line. Reese again. W on that helmet in red numerals. On 2nd down, here's the zone read. Fake the handoff, and the quarterback Schneider for about 3 out to the 40-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 7. Coming up on the play, stopped by John Paul Camp. First down at the 41-yard line, maybe later on. LaPlante gets the handoff, and he is upended at the line of scrimmage. Well done that time by John Paul Camp, who's having a heck of a night. Put a man in motion. Schneider out of the shotgun again. Fakes the handoff to Cooper, will keep it himself, and he is decked. Oh, my goodness. He ran smack dab into John Paul Camp. One back shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, and a rollout that way for Stump. He's hit and dropped by John Paul Camp. A delayed blitz. Camp saw it coming, and when the quarterback decided to keep the ball, Camp made a decision to go after him and did, and knocks him down for a big loss back to the 24-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Stump takes the snap, hands the ball off to Johnson for maybe a yard. He runs into Josh Williams and Bryce Brawley. Check that, number 39, Austin Campbell. As Jeff noted during one of the breaks, 2nd down 7. Draw play Johnson coming near side, turned inside by LaDarrell Smith to the 39-yard line. Smith and Camp teaming up to bring him down short of the 1st down. 2 backs in the backfield next to Stump on a 3rd and long. He runs the draw play to Percy Johnson, and a good play to stop that one by number 35, John Paul Camp. Quarterback, and apparently they're going to go that way. And on 1st down, running with the football and has it knocked down trying to pass with his left hand, Ja'Cory Shepard, the wide receiver, 1-back shotgun. This time Shepard on the rollout looking to get blocks. Nice play by John Paul Camp, who comes in there and smears him. The backfield with a man in motion, and they'll hand the ball coming this way for about, well, for nothing. Good play that time by Robert E. Lee's number 35, John Paul Camp, and a 3-wide receiver, no tight end set from the 38-yard line. Lanford flushed out again. Boy, he's been under pressure all night long, and they are going to bury him back at the 32-yard line. Just nowhere to throw. Austin Campbell and John Paul Camp team up on the sack, Kevin. Field. Lanford out of the shotgun. Hands the ball off to Sessions. The Red Raiders looking to surround him. John Paul Camp is there, and he gets help, and they get him. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and still have some work to do. And a handoff. Red Raiders all over the ball carrier. I believe that's Shannon Polk from the line of scrimmage that time. Earned this victory. It'll be 3rd and short. Hand the ball off, and Polk this time is going to be hit by John Paul Camp. Run in the backfield. As district has worn on, they've given a steady dive to Bergeron, who gets the handoff, goes left, and is tackled for no gain on the play by John Paul Camp. 4 or 5 guys up on the line of scrimmage for Robert E. Lee, and they hand the ball off to Bergeron. Red Raiders surround him and drop him at the 14-yard line. Good job again. That's 2 tackles by middle linebacker John Paul Camp.
At the start of the play, he takes a while to get going, and Lee being able to get to him quick, they prevent him from doing much.
And a flag flies on the 1st down play from the 32 as he throws a bubble screen to Horace Borders on the near sideline. John Paul Camp, Marvin Gray team up on the tackle, but again out of the shotgun. Fake the hand of Bergeron, gets the handoff, fumbles the ball, and Robert E. Lee is all over it at the 34-yard line. Coming out of there with it is John Paul Camp. 2 running backs, man goes in motion across the formation, pitch it again. Nuttall hit by Bryce Brawley, John Paul Camp, and others. But a double wing 1-back, man in motion. Gronkowski hands the ball to Nuttall, and he is hit at the line of scrimmage and falls forward to the 23. Man, you know what's coming. John Paul Camp, and split back, wing left, hand the ball off to Quentin White, and he's upfield to about the 16-yard line, picked up 2.